Hello and welcome to the session on characteristics of integrated personality. The term personality is one of the most ambiguous terms in modern psychology. Every human being is born as a person. Personality is that which is acquired purposefully in the entire network of person's habits, emotions, activities, etc. Personality is an aggregate of all the abilities, aptitudes and capabilities of an individual. It is the sum total of all the individual traits of a person. The word personality comes from the Latin word persona, which means mask. From this, it is clear that important aspects of people remain concealed and does not come to light often. Personality consists of all that a person is, included much of what he has been. It forms the foundation upon which the person builds whatever he is going to be in the future. A person's heritage from his parents and grandparents play a large part in the development of personality. The environment and surroundings in which he has grown up are also important. The relationships between oneself and others continuously influence and change one's personality. It is also determined by heredity through genes, by endocrine glands, through hormones, by one's culture group, by childhood experiences, especially parent-child relations and early training. Personality is the dynamic organization of the psychophysical traits exhibited in the adjustment with the environment. If the organization of psychophysical qualities in personality is not orderly or strong, difficulties may arise in the adjustment to the environment. Such a personality will be called a disintegrated personality. By understanding the meaning of personality and nature of personality, it is known that personality of an individual is a unique organization of so many things that belong to that particular person. How all these that the individual possesses are integrated for shaping one's personality needs to be investigated. For this, the structure and composition of personality should be understood. The idea of integrating elements of our personality or of delving deeply into our subconscious is not new. Psychologists have also tried to think over this issue and have propounded a number of theories explaining the structure and integration of personality. Personality integration, recognized by eminent psychologists as a criterion of mental health, was defined as the organization and unification of many diverse elements of personality into a well-knit, efficiently functioning whole. Integrated personality is one in whom various aspects of personality are working in a harmonious and effective manner. It is the integration of all psychophysical traits of personality. The definition of integration of personality must have made it clear that it needs socialization, essentially without which the person finds it difficult to adjust to the environment. Integration is found in everyone in a lesser or greater degree. If the integration is less than essential, then problems of adjusting to the environment arise. Freud believed in three elements of personality. They are id, ego and superego. Id is the person's desires, instincts, suppressed desires, etc. Superego is the representative of social control, the result of person's socialization. Ego includes the tendencies which revolt for the extents of life. The problems of personality are the problems of the mental adjustment of these three. For the integration of personality, it is necessary that the person maintains a balanced and realistic outlook. It is only the balance of emotions, demands, needs and imagination and thinking which can keep the personality integrated. Personality integration is embracing the things that are hidden or blocking our growth and turning those weaknesses into strength and healing ourselves psychologically. A well integrated personality is such that all of its possessors, characteristics and habitual adjustments to life definitely satisfy both the individual as well as the society at large. Integrated personality is one in which the several traits, interests and desires are combined in an effective harmonious unity. How can we identify an integrated personality? Here are certain characteristics of an integrated personality which will help us to identify an integrated personality. Since the personality integration of a particular person is a complex pattern of response tendencies, a detailed analysis of the component functions is difficult, if not impossible to make. Each people strives to strike a balance between inner needs and perceived opportunities for need satisfaction. Some people are obviously more successful in maintaining a stable balance than are others. The subtle intricacies of a given people's pattern of personality integration can be evaluated only through an intensive study by an experienced and insightful psychologist or psychiatrist. Some of the dimensions of personality integration are frequently overlooked or underestimated by an inexperienced observer. But an experienced and conscientious teacher can approximate an understanding by making intelligent observation guided by the formal constructs of personality theory. Some of the most common characteristics of an integrated personality are as follows. In an integrated personality, the mind, emotions and desires and all other mental activities in no way disorganized, but all working in an organized way without conflict. Thus, there are no conflicts in an integrated personality. The weakness of ego is the fundamental in personality problems in the person. Either the person's ego cannot control his desires and instincts, or it cannot adjust with the superego. For the integration of personality, it is necessary that the person maintains a realistic outlook. In such a person, his ambitions and aspirations are in accordance with his mental capacities and his objectives are realistically attuned to the required physical energy. An integrated personality is flexible, strong and organized as well as balanced. For the integration of personality, it is necessary that the person maintains a balanced outlook. Such a person has realistic assessment of himself, his strength and weakness. He has stable concept involving higher level of self-esteem and fewer feelings of inadequacy and fewer evidence of compensatory behavior and accept himself, leading to himself being accepted by others. A well integrated personality is the sum total of harmonious expression of physical self, energy self, intellectual self, mental self and blissful self. Physical self relates to our senses. Proper nourishment and growth of physical faculties is an essential criterion. Energy self is subtler than the first. It relates to metabolism and gross manifestation of energy. This is achieved by control of anger, anxiety and restlessness. The intellectual self is concerned with discriminative power and knowledge. Mental self is related to stress and psychology. Here, selflessness, control, concentration and calmness play an essential role. Integrated personality implies harmony between 5 important aspects of personality. They are harmony between one's abilities and capacities, harmony among one's interests, harmony between one's abilities and interests, harmony between one's self-concept and social constraints and harmony between one's life goal and social codes of conduct. Integrated personality should give importance to emotionality and sociability. Social environment is not the total environment of a person. Neither is socialization an adequate trait for adaptation to society, but without socialization a person would find it difficult to adjust to the environment in which he is living. Sociability is a tendency by which a person mixes with other people of the society and lives with them. An integrated person has to socialize in order to occupy his correct position. Experimental studies conducted by Seaman in 1959 and Duncan in 1966 on male and female populations produced significant characteristics of integrated personality. Two interesting observations were made as a result of the study. The first was that personality integration was a highly visible phenomenon. The second observation was that the individual differs in measurable ways from his normal or average peers. The studies showed that the psychologically integrated individual exhibited the following characteristics: a more positive self concept, a greater degree of environmental contact, an internalized locus of control, an internalized locus of evaluation, and more intellectual efficiency. Using these significant characteristics as a basis, an attempt was made to show that the highly creative individual was the highly integrated personality. How the development of integrated personality happens? Let us go through the process. Several theories of personality state that the psychologically healthy person is integrated, including theories by Carl Jung and Fritz Perls. What does the term integration mean? Integration is the harmony between the various subsystems, much like a smoothly functioning group of people and family. The first step of integration is individuation of all aspects of the personality, which is called the individuation process. The individuation process is a term created by the famous psychologist Carl Jung. He used the word to describe the process of becoming aware of oneself, of one's makeup, and the way to discover one's true inner self. Individuation means that one becomes a person, an individual, a totally integrated personality. It is a process of self realization during which one integrates those contents of the psyche that have the ability to become conscious. It is a search for totality. According to Jung, individuation is a natural inherent process in men. It cannot be stimulated by something external, but it grows from the inside. Just as the body can become deformed or sick by lack of nutrition or movement, the personality can be deformed by lack of experience or education. According to Guilford, integrated personality emerges from the synthesis of 7 traits: psychology, needs, interest, attitude, temperament, aptitude, and morphology. Personality integration is an ideal state which may be approached ever so closely, but never consistently reached. A near approximation of ideal would be represented by an individual whose needs, satisfactions, and achievements would be always harmonized and never in a state of internal conflict. An integrated person would be completely happy and productive. He would have merely a complete knowledge of things and use his abilities to the maximum. He would be ready to accept his limitations. His anxieties would be relieved through productive channels of recreation and work. An individual who is ideally integrated will have to be a person with any level of intelligence and of other psychological assets, because the criteria for personality integration pertain to internal balance and harmony. An integrated person will be at peace with himself and thereby optimally effective in relating himself satisfactorily to the external environment. What are the factors influencing the development of an integrated personality? Personality development continues from infancy to adulthood. Personality is revealed in the proceedings or concrete activities of the individual over a period of time. This might be internal or external. In the development of integrated personality, a person is influenced by the following: influence of parents, influence of teachers, and influence of the immediate environment. Influence of parents is an important factor. The personality of a person gets formed in the prenatal stage itself. Knowingly or unknowingly, parents play an important role in molding the personality of the child through their thoughts and actions. The child at every stage starts imitating his or her parents. Thus, the character of a child greatly depends on the influence that his parents make in him. Secondly, influence of teachers also play an important role in molding the integrated personality of a child. The way a teacher teaches in the class influences a child in his later days. That is why education in olden days was in the hand of ideal men and sages. Besides parents and teachers, there is a powerful influence of social environment in personality of an individual. This can be creatively handled for building character only through homes. In many cases, an individual feels more frustrated, discontent, anxious and apprehensive. Hence, the individual is more or less in a continuous state of anxiety about his adequacy to maintain the ongoing process of personality integration. Confronted with his difficulty, the individual adopts a series of self defenses or self deceptions that help to maintain a semblance of self consistency and logical order even when the adjustment conditions are actually chaotic. Otherwise, he would fail to develop the necessary skills for a happy and productive life. Rationalization is the most commonly recognized mechanism of self defense by such people to make his behavior appear adequate and consistent at all times. Another method is the method of displacement. Here the individual unconsciously displaces an idea or action that he cannot easily face by one that is more acceptable. Still, another method is the isolation mechanism. This permits the individual to deprive an unpleasant experience of its distasteful emotional content. It produces a stoic attitude. Through such methods, the individual defends himself and attempts to maintain an integrated and self-consistent personality. These self-defenses are symptoms of psychological distress, just like an abnormally high body temperature is a symptom of physical illness. Who is a non-integrated person? Now, let us see how the deficiency of integration make problems in person's life. The word personality is used not only in the field of psychology, but can be applied in most of the other fields of one's day to day life. Personality is a term that has many general meanings. Sometimes the word refers to the ability to get along well socially. To a psychologist, personality is an area of study that deals with complex human behavior, including emotions, actions and cognitive processes. All the elements which are ultimately identified as parts of personality structure get integrated rather than assembled together. Thus, the integration of various traits results into a distinct whole, which is known as personality of an individual. Personality represents a unique integration of traits so as to differentiate one person from another on the basis of this very quality. In contrast to integrated personalities, there are non-integrated personalities of every degree. The deficiency of integration is seen in the absence of adjustment with the environment, which also exhibits the effects of deficiency. The reason is that in the absence of integration, the personality is unbalanced. There is no proper blending of psychophysical qualities. It is not essential that the deficiency of integration will render him incapable of work. An imbalance of needs, self-deception, unrealistic goals and crippling anxieties may combine in many patterns to produce various degrees of personality disharmony. With people of average capabilities, the deficiency in integration will affect even their skill behavior. So, it can be said that in the case of deficiency in integration of personality, the person can neither be skilled in his behavior nor get success in life. In certain cases, a non-integrated personality may be unusually successful by external social standards and still be miserably unhappy and poorly integrated person. Many of the greatest personalities suffered from grave deficiencies in the integration of their personalities. Though this did not hinder or restrict their greatness, their personalities were incomplete or one-sided. Although it is easy to cite cases of poorly integrated persons who have accomplished great things because of unhealthy compulsive drives and compelling anxiety states, they are the infrequent exceptions rather than the rule. Non-integrated persons spend their lives in chronic frustration. They are usually unhappy, maladjusted and typically rejected by others because of their peculiarities. Personality integration is a relative condition for the majority of individuals. Each person has his own peculiar problems. Self-consistency is not always possible. Moreover, successful coping procedures are not always available. Let us summarize what we have discussed so far. The term personality is one of the most ambiguous terms in modern psychology. Every human being is born as a person. Personality is that which is acquired purposefully in the entire network of persons, habits, emotions, activities, etc. Personality is an aggregate of all the abilities, aptitudes and capabilities of an individual. It is the sum total of all the individual traits of a person. Personality is the dynamic organization of the psychophysical traits exhibited in the adjustment with the environment. If the organization of psychophysical qualities in personality is not orderly or strong, difficulties may arise in the adjustment to the environment. Such a personality will be called a disintegrated personality. Integrated personality is one in whom various aspects of personality are working in a harmonious and effective manner. It is the integration of all psychophysical traits of personality. Integration is found in everyone in a lesser or greater degree. If the integration is less than is essential, then problems of adjusting to the environment arise. A well integrated personality is such that all of its possessors characteristics and habitual adjustments to life definitely satisfy both the individual as well as the society at large. Integrated personality is one in which the several traits, interests and desires are combined in an effective harmonious unity. The chapter discusses the characteristics of integrated personality. The various factors which influence personality development are also mentioned in the chapter. In contrast to integrated personalities, there are non-integrated personalities of every degree. The deficiency of integration is seen in the absence of adjustment with the environment, which also exhibits the effects of deficiency. Now, you can try to answer the questions given here. What is integration of personality? Explain. What are the main characteristics of an integrated personality? What factors influence the development of integrated personality? What happens in the absence of integration of personality? Now, you may go through the reference books listed here for further reading. Abnormal Psychology, written by Sharma N. and published by Atlantic Publishers and Distributors, New Delhi in the year 2004. Advanced Educational Psychology, written by Ram N. S. and Rajendra K. S. and published by Atlantic Publishers and Distributors, New Delhi in 2006. Educational Psychology, Instruction and Behavioral Change, written by Francis T. and George G. T. and published by Meredith Corporation, United States of America in the year 1970. Thank you for watching this program. We can meet again with another topic. Have a nice day.